Hello everyone, hi, this is Health Minister Shaka Brown. Just been doing a little Bible study here. This is day 30, by the way, of me doing Raw. And I've been reading through John chapter 2, and I read over again, I know I've been reading over this for a few days now, chapter 2 verse 7 of John, where this is when Jesus went to the marriage of Cana and he made the water into wine. And what he said to the servants was, fill, this is verse 7, fill the water pots with water. And they filled them up, the servants, they filled them up to the brim. And it took a while because, you had to walk back and forth, go and get the water, and then put it in the water pots, back and forth until they were all filled. And when verse says, and they filled them up to the brim. I mean, they filled it right up to the top. And then Jesus said to them, draw some out now and take it to the master of the feast. Now look at this next part in that same verse. And they took it. they did what Jesus told them to do, right? And I was thinking, you know what? They could have questioned that and said, you want us to take this water to the master of the feast? Can you imagine what the master of the feast is going to say? They could have questioned that. They could have said something about that, because I'm sure they knew that they were supposed to be giving wine. But here's the cool thing. They did not question it. They just obeyed. And in verse 5, the mother of Jesus said to the servants, she said, whatever he says to you, do it. Whatever. So you're seeing the fulfillment of that in verse 7 and 8. Jesus told them to fill the water pots with water. They did it. They didn't even question it. They just did it. And then he told them to bring some to the master of the feast. They did it. They were very obedient. They obeyed. And in other words, they were actually part of that miracle that took place. They were part of it. They had a part to play, right? They were part of this miracle of changing the water into the wine. If they didn't obey Jesus, I don't think the water would have. I don't think that wine would have happened. When the master, and now verse 9, when the master of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, I did not know where it came from, but the servants who had drawn the water knew. The master of the feast called the bridegroom. In verse 10 he says, and he said to him, every man at the beginning sets out the good wine, and when the guests have well drunk, when they had a lot to drink, then you bring out the inferior. But you have kept the good wine until now. So this was better than the best wine that they had there. I mean, God does things well. There's a verse that says, you've done all things, he's done all things wonderful. Well, I can't remember exactly, but he has done all things well. Wow. And I'm still back there on the part where these servants obeyed immediately without question. And what happened? The whole that marriage feast was blessed because of the obedience of the servants. So I just wanted to share that with you today. This is day 30 of me being raw. And it's not just eating raw. I'm also feeding the mind, feeding the soul, feeding the spirit by making sure I get the word of God in. So you got any questions, comments, want to say something, please feel free to drop me a line here. Because really what I'm here for, I keep telling you this, I'm here to help you to enhance the quality of your life. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.